Good morning. Today we are continuing the lesson physical fitness, wellness, and lifestyle. And we are discussing the wellness, the components of wellness we are discussing. So, the components of wellness, financial wellness, we are discussing today. As the name, the financial wellness, we can understand. Then, in this, we are talking about the being good financially. So it includes good financial resources. We must have good and legal financial resources for being financially healthy. We must have financial stability. We must have sufficient amount of money to fulfill our desire and fulfill our need. And along with in the financial wellness, we must know the good utilization of money. Our money should be utilized properly. There should be good use of money. Then investment and assets are another very important part of financial wellness. Investment for the financial security and along with assets should be there. Now these days the investments are also the medium of assets, but we must have proper assets for money. Then we must have good saving plans for our future needs. Expending and saving should be properly balanced according to our assets, according to our income. So, financial wellness also includes donation and charity. This also it is a part of the financial wellness. So, by working on these areas, we can have good financial wellness. We can have a financial wellness. Well, wellness is always good. So, we can have financial wellness by working on all these areas. Then we will come to the next slide, that is component of wellness quick review. In this we can understand that how we can manage the wellness, all the type of all the components of wellness. So quick review we are doing here. So physical wellness, that is getting in shape due to regular exercise, by eating healthy food, taking proper sleep, proper rest. We must have athletic appearances because physical wellness includes the physical appearance also. So athletic appearance is always considered very good. Jogging, swimming, and running can help us. Social wellness improves communication skills, positive attitude, respect elders, make others feel important, and make others feel good that we have discussed in detail. Healthy social circles, visit friends and neighbors. Emotional wellness, reduce mental tensions, relief from anxiety, enjoy daily life, help us to control emotions, avoid working overtime. By recreational activities, we can help the emotional wellness. This we have not discussed in that one. Emotional wellness also part of psychological wellness, because when we are psychologically strong, so that definitely we will have the good control over the emotions. Spiritual wellness we have discussed. This brings the inner peace, and this is God fearing true to oneself. Good character and virtues we have. Meditation, prayers, and respect all religions can help us to develop spiritual wellness. So, in this quick review, just we are revising the we have studied in previous slides. Nutritional wellness, that it is about the balanced diet and healthy diet, which reduce fatigue, reduce excess fat from the body, in which eating raw fruits and green vegetable can help us here. Avoiding junk food, fast food and fried food is necessary. Nutritional wellness also we have discussed in detail in previous videos. Financial wellness, that is the we have discussed recently. Money management goals, get out from debt, saving plans, donate for charity. So this we have discussed in detail recently. Intellectual wellness, this is also part of the psychological wellness. Intelligence, alertness of mind. It is like the critical thinking, analytical abilities. These all are included under the intellectual wellness. Quick decision taking power. We can develop these things for developing the intellectual wellness, intelligence and alertness of mind, critical thinking, analytical power, decision taking power, quick decision taking power. So, curiosity, we can learn new skills, learning habits. So, these all things can develop the intellectual wellness. Environmental wellness we have discussed, awareness of environment, cycle of products, individual are healthy when environment is good, so we need to protect our environment. We have to work to reduce the pollution. Influence all above components. Environmental wellness can influence every component: physical, social, nutritional, financial. All these components are influenced by the environmental wellness. Pollution free and green environment, we can work for the pollution free and green environment, planting more trees, gardening, loving nature, knowing our nature. So these all things can help us to develop the environmental wellness. So this was the quick review. Now we will move to the next slide, that is components of physical fitness. As we have discussed that fitness was the efficient working of the systems and organs of the body. So components of physical fitness we are discussing today. So there are 5 components of physical fitness: strength, speed, endurance, flexibility, and coordination abilities. So these 5 components are there. That's why that when we were talking about the wellness and fitness, So I was telling you that we can have more clear view about the physical fitness and wellness when we will study both the components. Fitness is different than the wellness, but fitness can be developed after being well. For developing physical wellness, fitness is not a criteria, but definitely for physical wellness can be a criteria. So, physical fitness is developing all these components, in which we will discuss in detail about these components: strength, speed, endurance, flexibility, and coordination. We will discuss one by one. Strength we will discuss first. Components of physical fitness. The first one is strength. Strength is the ability of muscles to overcome resistance. Strength is the ability of muscles to overcome resistance. Resistance means the workload. If we are lifting 5 kg weight by the hand, the muscles of hand are working to overcome that 5 kg weight. That is the resistance. That is putting a pressure in opposite direction. That muscles are overcoming that resistance to lift that weight. So ability of the muscles to overcome the resistance is known as strength. So strength of the hand will be, we can check an example that I am giving you. If we are lifting 10 kg weight or 5 kg weight, whatever it is, so that weight, if we are lifting, so that is then the strength of the hand. If that in example we can give you, if there is 100 kg weight you are lifting by one hand, so what is there? The resistance is higher than the strength. We are unable to lift it. So the load is higher. So the strength of hand is unable to overcome this resistance. So that's why we are unable to lift it. So it means strength. That's why the strength is the ability of the muscles to overcome the resistance. When the resistance overcome by the muscles, that to exhibit the strength, that is the ability. So strength is the ability of the muscles to overcome the resistance. Now I think it is resistance is clear. Resistance is that whatever the load is there, load of the activity, load of any weight, so that is the resistance. So we have to overcome to exhibit the strength, overcome the resistance. If we are able to overcome the resistance, so then we can exhibit the strength. Sometime I have given example of like 100 kg, 200 kg weight is there. You are willing to lift it by one hand, so that it means the resistance is higher. We are unable to overcome the resistance, so we are unable to exhibit the strength. Our strength is lower than the resistance. So strength, definition of strength is, the strength is ability of the muscles to overcome the resistance. Strength facilitates the ability to resist disease as it affect organic efficiency. This one example I have given you about the weight. Other things are also there. The strength is always trying to overcome the resistance of the weight, the load, resistance of disease, anything, any resistance is there. So everywhere when we overcome the resistance, we are winner. So the strength is also working to resist diseases. It is the amount of force a muscle or muscle group can exert. The strength is amount of force that one muscle group, because muscles always work in group, muscle group can exert. So this is another definition of the strength, that is amount of force which is exerted by a muscle or muscle group. It is achieved by voluntary muscle contraction. The voluntary muscles which work under our will. A specific type of strength is required if a specific type of sports. In case of a specific type of sports or a specific type of activity, a specific type of strength is required in sports activities. Strength is divided into two types: dynamic strength and static strength. Dynamic strength we will discuss. Dynamic strength is also called isotonic strength because it is related to the movement which is clearly visible. The dynamic strength is the strength of the muscle. I can explain it more. That dynamic strength is the strength of muscle while the movement of muscles can be seen and the movement of body can be seen. Like whatever the strength of our body muscles are exerting during the movement activities, during the motion. And when any muscle is exerting the force to exhibit the strength, that time the muscle movement can be seen. In both the cases, the dynamic strength is there. That's why the dynamic strength is again divided in three parts. So dynamic strength is the diminishing tendency in which muscles refuse to work after some time. So dynamic strength in which muscle cannot work for longer duration because the muscle is working in speed and muscle is putting its maximum efforts by making coordination with the body movement and muscle movement. So after some time it refuses to work. In each sport movement, strength appears in different form. That I was discussing that strength, dynamic strength is of three types: maximum strength, explosive strength, and strength endurance. So strength, maximum strength. This is the maximum force a muscle group can exert. Explosive strength we will discuss in detail in all these type of strength. Explosive strength is the strength which is combination of speed and strength, and it exhibits the strength in explosive way. Strength endurance, this is the combination of strength and endurance which is used to work for longer duration. So dynamic strength is, I think, clear that in which the strength of the muscles can exert, muscle can exhibit the strength while the body is in the movement, or the muscle group has the visible movement. So we can see then the strength, static strength. Dynamic strength we have discussed. So we will see now static strength. Static strength is the strength in which the muscles exhibit the strength while the body is in state position. So we can see here that in the diagram we will show you afterwards. So dynamic strength we have discussed. So static strength is the strength in which the strength is also called isometric strength. This strength is called the isometric strength. It is the ability of muscles to act against resistance. Same definition in the strength we have discussed. Static strength is called the isometric strength, in which the muscle movement cannot be seen, and or this is the muscle exhibit the strength while the body is on state position. There is no movement. Or lifting any weight, standing position or sitting position without displacement. So while the body is not in motion. So static strength is there. This type of strength is not seen directly in sports, but in some sports it is applied in phases. In case of sports, the static strength is not seen directly. It is used but applied in phases. And most of sports need the dynamic strength. So static strength is there while the body is working in state position, like pressing the wall. If you are pressing the wall, the strength which is being applied is static strength. And this technique is known as isometric technique, where the movement of muscles cannot be seen. The work done is zero, it cannot be seen because the resistance is more. If the resistance is less, so like lifting the any weight in static position of the body. So this is the static strength. I think static strength is clear. So isotonic and isometric. The muscles movement, isotonic is there, then dynamic strength, isotonic and isokinetic, and isometric is the static. So the movement, both the diagram you can see the muscles movement. So movement of muscles cannot be seen during the isometric strength. Same length of muscles will remain. The muscle length never change during the isometric. Isotonic, the muscle's length is changed. So this we will discuss afterwards. Then in the sports training, then isometric training and isotonic training. But for strength we must know then what is the static strength and what is dynamic strength. So we will move to the next slide, that is speed.